So periodic trends in chemical properties. Let's see our first periodic trend in chemical property, and that is nothing but valency along with oxidation state. Oxidation state. So valency is actually one of the important characteristic of element, and it can be understood with the help of electronic configuration. So let's see what do we mean by valency. उसका definition देख लेते हैं. So valency is number of electrons in outermost shell. Number of electron in outermost shell, that will give you valency. For example, let's say sodium. So sodium has one electron in outermost shell, hence its valency is 1. For example, let's say magnesium. Magnesium has 2 electrons in outermost shell. Now, in case of non-metal, we can also take it as 8 minus number of electrons in outermost shell. And here we can take the example of, let's say, oxygen. So oxygen actually has 6 electron in outermost shell. So ये 6 तो इसका already valency हो गई. But along with that, we can also have 8 minus 6, which is nothing but 2. So here in this case, oxygen will have 2 different type of valency. One is 6 and other is 2. Similarly, we can, let's say, in case of nitrogen. So nitrogen has 2 different type of valency. One, which is the number of electrons present in nitrogen, जो कि 5 है. And जो दूसरा है वो है 8 minus number of electron in outermost shell. So it is 8 minus 5. That is, the value will become 3. So ये दो टाइप के balances होते हैं. One in case of metal और दूसरा जो होगा that will be in case of non-metal. In case of transition metal, they will show variable number of balances because they are able to form different type of compound. So यहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं one more point here that transition metals is nothing but d block elements. So transition metal shows different, let's say it shows variable valencies and also actinoids. So both of them, like transition metals, that is d block element, and also actinoids, both will show a variable number of valencies. So that's it for the valencies, guys. Let's see what do we mean by oxidation state. The oxidation state होता क्या है? So oxidation state is nothing but whenever an atom, कोई भी एक atom अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज या इलेक्ट्रॉन को गेन करता है तो उसके पास कुछ ना कुछ चार्ज हो जाएगा. अब ये जो भी चार्ज है, this is called as oxidation state. So can we say oxidation state is the charge which is present on the atom due to exchange of electron? Correct है? Exchange in the sense it can either lose electron or it can gain electron. So यहाँ हम लिख लेते हैं oxidation state is the charge on atom due to exchange of electron. Exchange of electron. So this is nothing but oxidation state. Now, whenever it is loss of electron, so that means it will form cation. That means positive charge. And whenever there is gain of electron, that means it is anion, and it will form a negative charge. So let's see oxidation state in both the cases. So let's take first example as, take it as sodium itself. कि sodium has the ability to lose electron because it is metal. It will lose one electron. और यहाँ पर ये सोडियम अगर आप चेक करोगे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड एंड राइट हैंड साइड, सो सोडियम के पास यहाँ पर अभी +1 का चार्ज आ गया. So this is called as oxidation state. So oxidation state here in this case it will become 1, actually +1, because oxidation state is always present with charge and sign and value, both the things will be there. Now let's take example of calcium. Calcium has the ability to lose 2 electrons, so it will form calcium +2 ion and 2 electrons will be lost, and this will result into oxidation state of, here you can see the charge on calcium is +2, so oxidation state will become +2. Let's take some negative ion. So here we can take, let's say, oxygen. So oxygen has the ability to accept 2 electrons. The oxygen accepts 2 electrons and it will form O-2. And here again we can see oxygen on left hand side, it is having a charge of 0, कुछ नहीं वहाँ पर 0 है. And on right hand side it is having -2. So definitely oxidation state will become -2. So in this manner you can calculate for many other elements. For example, let's say chlorine. Chlorine, when it accepts 1 electron, so it can it will form Cl minus and hence oxidation state will become -1. So in this manner we can easily calculate the oxidation state. It is nothing but exchange of electron with the atom or the charge acquired by the atom due to exchange of electron. ये होता है oxidation state. So this we had finished our first chemical property, that is valency along with oxidation state. Let's see second important property of the periodic elements in terms of the chemical reactivity, and it is anomalous property of a second period element. So let's say anomalous behavior of second period element. So this is our topic. So यहाँ हम देख सकते हैं like if we'll consider group number 1, 2, let's यहाँ पर हम ले लेते हैं considering, यहाँ पर हम सिर्फ only consider कर रहे हैं considering group 1, 2 and then 13 to 17. Among these different 7 groups, ये 7 ग्रुप्स में से हम देख सकते हैं कि जो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इन सब ग्रुप के हैं और बाकी सारे जो एलिमेंट इनके रिस्पेक्टिव ग्रुप के हैं, दे विल हैव डिफरेंस इन देयर प्रॉपर्टीज. बहुत सारे प्रॉपर्टी में इनकी डिफरेंसेस होंगे. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी आर सीइंग द एनॉमलस प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एनॉमलस बिहेवियर और प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अ सेकंड पीरियड एलिमेंट. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ग्रुप एलिमेंट फर्स्ट. सो यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं दैट इज द लिथियम एंड बेरिलियम, व्हिच आर first element of group number 1 and group number 2, they predominantly form covalent compound. So यहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं form predominantly forms covalent compound, whereas the rest of the element of their respective group they predominantly form ionic compound. इसका मतलब है कि अगर ग्रुप हम 1 और 2 कंसीडर करें तो इनके जो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट है लिथियम एंड बेरिलियम, ये दोनों कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड्स बनाएंगे, और जबकि जो बाकी सारे एलिमेंट हैं दे विल फॉर्म आयोनिक कंपाउंड. सो दिस इज द कॉन्ट्राडिक्टिंग पॉइंट, और दिस इज डिफरेंट प्रॉपर्टी फ्रॉम रेस्ट ऑफ इट्स ग्रुप मेंबर. एंड वी कैन से हियर लिथियम बेरिलियम फॉर्म प्रेडोमिनेटली कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड, whereas the rest all elements of respective group forms ionic compound. ठीक है. So this is our first anomalous behavior. Then second, it can be seen that the lithium is showing a properties similar to the next element of a following group. इसका मतलब है कि लिथियम अगर हम एक नेक्स्ट ग्रुप में जाए, दैट इज लेट्स से ग्रुप नंबर 1 में लिथियम है, इफ विल गो टू ग्रुप नंबर 2 एंड टू द सेकंड एलिमेंट ऑफ दैट ग्रुप दैट इज मैग्नीशियम. सो लिथियम की प्रॉपर्टी और मैग्नीशियम की प्रॉपर्टी ऑलमोस्ट इट विल बी सिमिलर, and it is also seen in case of beryllium and the next element of the following group, that is aluminium. So यहाँ हम लिख सकते हैं that lithium is resembling with magnesium and beryllium is resembling with aluminum, and this is called as diagonal relationship. Diagonal relationship means here अगर if you consider the periodic table, so the position of elements are just like, let's say यहाँ पर 2-3 elements बना देता हूँ, lithium, sodium, potassium, then here beryllium, magnesium, calcium, and here it will be boron, aluminum will be there. So in this case lithium will be resembling with the next element of the following group, means in the following मतलब उसके successive group में जाना हमको, and then we have to see the next element. Similarly with beryllium also. So these two will be similar in properties themselves, and beryllium and aluminum will show similarities in their properties. So this is called as diagonal relationship. So now let's see why this diagonal relationship is happening. So यहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं for lithium and magnesium this is happening because of their similar atomic sizes. So यहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं similar atomic size. So if you see the values of lithium and magnesium, it will be almost similar. And for the case of beryllium and aluminum, it is because of similar, almost similar, the charge by radius ratio. Radius ratio. So because of these values, they will show the similarities in their chemical properties. And also sometimes there can be electronegativity or high electronegativity of this element also. So this is the case why they are showing different characteristics from the rest of the elements. Now we have third anomalous behavior, that is, we can see that the first element of this group, that is group 1, 2, then 13 to 17, they will have availability of only 4 orbitals, because first अगर हम element देखेंगे, that is lithium, beryllium, and then boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine, they have availability of 2s and 2p orbital. That means यहाँ पर 2 और यहाँ पर 3, total 4 orbitals are available. That means what? They can have covalency of maximum 4. मतलब ये जो हमने एलिमेंट्स लिखे हुए हैं, ये सब जो है मैक्सिमम दे कैन फॉर्म 4 बॉन्ड्स ओनली, इससे ज़्यादा वो नहीं बना सकते. Whereas the rest of the element of their respective group, they can have more than 4 covalency. That means let's say अगर हम एक नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट ले लेते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ 1 or 2, that is let's say phosphorus, sulfur, or any other element also. So they will have availability of 3s, 3p, and also 3d orbital. So here we can see that they have the availability of more than 4 orbitals, and that is here they are having 9 orbitals available, and that is why they can have more than 4 covalency. मतलब ऐसे एलिमेंट आफ्टर द सेकेंड फ्रॉम द सेकेंड एलिमेंट ऑफ द रिस्पेक्टिव ग्रुप दे कैन फॉर्म मोर देन 4 बॉन्ड ऑल्सो. This is the third difference of the first element of the group from the rest of the element of the respective group. Now let's see fourth property or anomalous behavior of this second group, second period elements from rest of the group, and that is nothing but the ability to form multiple bond. So ऐसे बहुत सारे एलिमेंट है पी ब्लॉक में, दैट इज इन सेकेंड पीरियड एंड इन पी ब्लॉक, जो कि मल्टीपल बॉन्ड्स बना सकते हैं खुद के साथ भी और उनके नेबरिंग एटम के साथ भी. फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स टेक कार्बन. सो कार्बन कैन फॉर्म मल्टीपल बॉन्ड विद इटसेल्फ आल्सो. लेट्स से कार्बन इज फॉर्मिंग डबल बॉन्ड विद कार्बन, और इट कैन फॉर्म ट्रिपल बॉन्ड विद कार्बन. वी कैन हैव नाइट्रोजन व्हिच कैन फॉर्म a triple bond with nitrogen, and also it can form a double bond with nitrogen. So this is the ability of a combined with some other also. यहाँ पर हमने balance satisfy नहीं किया है, but it has the ability to form double bond with itself and also with the neighboring atom. For example, let's say carbon when bonded with nitrogen, carbon when bonded with oxygen, then we can have nitrogen bonded with oxygen, we can have one more, that is carbon bonded with nitrogen. So this is the characteristic case of only the second period element, and this is not observed in the case of third period element and third and beyond period elements. So ये थे 4 important anomalous property of the periodic table which can be seen for the second period element from the rest of the group. So that's it for the chemical properties that we had seen. First, the valency along with the oxidation state, and second we saw anomalous behavior of a second period element with respect to the rest of the element of their respective group. So अब एक last topic देख लेते हैं इस chapter का, which is nothing but periodic trends in chemical reactivity. So actually, whenever it is physical and chemical properties, it is the manifestation of electronic configuration of that element. ये हमने एकदम स्टार्टिंग में ही देखा था कि हर एक एलिमेंट जो भी फिजिकल और केमिकल प्रॉपर्टी शो करता है, दैट इज एक्चुअली बिकॉज ऑफ देयर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. सो दैट इज व्हाई जो भी केमिकल रिएक्टिविटी होगा वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन पे डिपेंड करेगा. जो हमने प्रॉपर्टीज देखे थे पीरियोडिक टेबल में 5 इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टीज, उसमें से जो एक था आयनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी, दैट वाज लोएस्ट ऑन द एक्सट्रीम लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, एंड अदर which was electron gain enthalpy, that was having a negative value, highest negative value towards the right hand side. So this leads to high chemical reactivity at the two extreme end. So let's हम यहाँ लिख सकते हैं lowest ionization enthalpy at left hand side and highest negative electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy at right hand side, and this leads to maximum chemical reactivity at two extreme ends two extreme ends and lowest in the center. Lowest in the center. So this is the reason left hand side और right hand side elements को अगर आप compare करोगे, for example let's say halogen, they are highly reactive in nature. Similarly first and second group element, they are also highly reactive in nature. और बीच में जो element होते हैं उनकी reactivity between like left hand side and right hand side elements के बीच में ही रह जाती है. Now the reactivity of left hand side element and right hand side element, they are because of easily exchange of electron. For example, left hand side में जो भी element होते हैं वो easily अपने electron donate कर सकते हैं and they will form cation. Similarly, जो right hand side में elements होते हैं, they can easily accept electron and they can form anions. So यहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं and the ease with which they are forming cation and anion, this leads to their high reactivity. तो हम यहाँ पर लिख सकते हैं that on left hand side cation formation is easy. Cation forms easily, and on right hand side we can say anion forms easily, and this leads to their high reactivity. After that, let's say whenever we want to measure chemical reactivity of any element, किसी भी element का chemical reactivity अगर हमको measure करना है तो हम इस element को ऑक्सीजन या तो हैलोजन ग्रुप के साथ में रिएक्ट कर सकते हैं. So here we can see that chemical reactivity can be measured with the help of reaction with oxygen, or it can be reaction with any of the halogen. And let's say whenever oxide formation on the left hand side and right hand side, let's say we'll see LHS, left hand side, that means of first and second group element, they are highly basic in nature. And there we can see, here we can see the example of Na2O. And on the right hand side, it is most acidic in nature, and this can be seen with the help of Cl2O7, chlorine oxide. And in between left hand side and right hand side, we can have two different types. So let's say in between, it can be either, here we can say it can be either neutral. For example, in case of carbon monoxide, nitrogen monoxide, so it can be neutral, or it can be amphoteric. Now हम लिख सकते हैं amphoteric. That means it can behave as acidic oxide and it can behave as basic oxide also, depending upon other compound with which it is present. So यहाँ पर हम example ले सकते हैं Al2O3. This is amphoteric in nature. So this is the characteristic of oxide formed with the left hand side element, right hand side element, and elements in between. Now the next chemical reactivity which we will see is for transition element. So here we can say, for transition elements, the change in size of atomic radius in case of transition element, it is much smaller as compared to the s block element and as compared to the p block element. मतलब कि let's say जब हम s block या p block element में towards right hand side move करते हैं तो जो size of atom होता है वो काफी ज्यादा value से कम होगा. But in case of transition element, the value will decrease by very smaller value. Means first atom of transition element and last atom of transition elements अगर हम देखेंगे तो total difference will be very small. So हम यहाँ कह सकते हैं for transition elements, change in atomic radius is very small. Atomic radius is very small as compared to the s block and p block element, and it is further decrease actinoids या inner transition elements अगर हम compare करेंगे तो उसमें वो और भी difference जो है वो और भी कम हो जाता है. So in case of inner transition element, the change in atomic radius will decrease furthermore. So last chemical property can be compared for transition element is कि transition element में हम एक reverse property देख सकते हैं. That means पहले वो increase होगा और फिर वो धीरे धीरे decrease होना शुरू होगा. इसके दो important reason है कि ऐसा transition element क्यों दिखाता है properties. First is because of their small change in atomic sizes and second is their ionization enthalpy. So यहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं transition elements shows reverse trend in their properties First of two things. First is small change in atomic radius, and second is ionization enthalpy. So this is it. ये सारे हमारे थे chemical properties that we can see in case of our periodic table. That's it for this video, guys. This was the end of this chapter. I hope you have enjoyed this video. अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो अभी इसे like कीजिए. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then do like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed ChemChamp. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, then do like it, share with at least 2 of your friends so that उनको भी ये सारे videos का benefit मिल सके. Then follow us on Instagram. We share a lot of posts on different social media. You can get a variety of posts. Apart from chemistry, you can get some humor also and lots of things. So follow ChemChamp on Instagram, and that's it. See you in the next video series with a new chapter. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.